Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to a game making series using Zepeto and Unity. In a previous video, we have learned how to create a 3D environment using Build It and import it inside Unity. In this episode, we are going to learn how to create a local player and then test it inside Unity. Apart from that, we are also going to test our progress in our mobile device. So without wasting much time, let's get into the video. So we have our project already opened. So the first thing that we are going to do is to select this slant surface on our environment and then add a collider on it. The reason to add the collider is to avoid player falling down. Instead of adding a box collider, I will be adding a mesh collider. Now just select the environment and move it down a little bit in the Y direction so that it is lying just below the cube. Now just delete the cube and along with it delete the sample script as well, as they are not required anymore, and save the project. Next, click on this arrow button and select Open World Setting. And inside these options, select the orientation and set it to horizontal. We do not need to change any other setting for now, but in the later stages, we will be coming back to this setting panel. Now, when we are going to test this world in a mobile or when we are going to publish it, it is going to appear horizontally instead of vertically. Now, let's add an empty object and rename it to environment. Let's reset the position and move everything that is related to environment inside this object. It's time to add a player as well. Right click and select Zepeto, and inside Zepeto select Zepeto players. So this is the character control for the player. Now it's time to add a player. Right click, create empty object and rename it as local player. Reset the positions as well. Now let's add a TypeScript. Right click in the project window, select create and select Zepeto. Inside Zepeto select TypeScript, rename it as local player and simply open it. Now let's add few line of code. So what we are doing here is to call our method create player with user ID from Zepeto players and pass it a user ID. And after that, we are adding a listener. And as soon as we create a user ID, it will store the user in a local variable. Let's save it and assign this script to this object. Hit play and there you go, started working. Let's quickly test it out. Now it's time to test this build on a mobile phone. Select the Z button and wait for the loading to finish. And make sure your mobile and your desktop is on the same network. Now let's scan this QR code on a mobile. So it's working really smooth. And that concludes our video. So if you love the video, press like, and if not, press dislike. And don't forget to subscribe the channel for more content on game development.